Hello. Last time our party reached its full potential, meanwhile our main character didn't, somehow. We've got one last place to visit. It's story-wise, so it's important. Where's the blue planet? It should be here around somewhere. That's not Yavin. What? That's wrong. What is this? What is this that I'm clicking? Dantooine is probably Dantooine. Korban. There it is. Is this blue? If you say so. Manan. We're going to Manan. And we're taking Jolie with us because he's gonna be important. There is... You'll see. And I'm gonna ignore it anyway because that's important as well. Here. Terrain, worldwide ocean, native species Selkath, and docking city of Ahto. I always thought it's Atho. As in Atho, not Ahto. Maybe that's a typo in here. We'll see. And here we are, apparently at Ahto City. With that spelling, it's similar to Ashoka, instead of it being Ashoka. But anyway, all we need to do is get out and almost finish the game, right? It's second to last planet. We haven't talked to our guys because we don't care about them. They're just here because we couldn't have left them behind. We're taking a skill monkey and the guy important for the side quest that we're gonna ignore. Right, so maybe the map will tell us right away. No, it's docking bay only. Maybe we'll get that in some sort of discussion still. But anyway, of course, through the door. We parked pretty fucking closely, is what it seems like. We parked pretty fucking closely here, wouldn't you say? Like, good thing we've got the parking sensors on our entire ship. What was that? On our entire ship. Like, usually when we park in hangars, there's more room. There are landing platforms that let us have more margin of error. This is some tight fit. It's like designed for wider ships instead of longer. Well, I guess if you've got a longer ship instead of wider, you can just land sideways. But otherwise, docking bay 26C. At least it's got a name. Republic soldier and a Sith soldier. Why could they be here, possibly?
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
You managed not to be. He just say, yeah, what do you want? And you could have ended it with Master Jedi or Sir or whatever. So why were they here? Obviously to dump some exposition. Exposition about that there is Sith and Republic here and they need to coexist and shit like that. and there are laws, and also what's very important is that there are cameras here. Actually, there is CCTV, there is oversight instead of just always just, I don't know, getting witnesses, because that's reliable, right? Ahto City and Manan is neutral because Manan can grow KotOR, and KotOR is the best healing agent in the galaxy until synthetic stuff like Bacta was invented. But that will be 3,000 years in the future, so obviously it is alright. Why do the Sith upset you so much? Well, why could they possibly upset you so much? Imagine again, you get Russians and Ukrainians go to some sort of place, political place, like United Nations meeting, or like G58, or I don't know, European Union, some sort of sitting or another. Why would the Russians anger you so, Ukrainian? Why would it be the other way around? Russian? I can't imagine. Because you're at war, obviously. I would like to ask a few questions. I wouldn't like to ask a few questions. We actually got a lot of this scene just by witnessing it. So that plays into our hand of and not giving a fuck. It is alright.
No, really. I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
Never mind, I must go. It's a weird line, because it's not like never mind. It's not like we've tried to get his attention. He was having his own business with the other guy, and he after the Sith left, he noticed that we're here. We weren't trying, so it wouldn't be never mind. Also, shouldn't it be one word? Anyway, instead of never mind, it will simply, of course, be no, I must go.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
You got that? That's exactly the road we're gonna take. I don't know where we're gonna go. Ahead, probably. What's also interesting is that they don't really let you... Well, obviously you're gonna be able to talk to other parties, as in the Sith, but it's not dependent on your... That's in the inventory. On your alignment here, whether you're dark side, the Republic is gonna walk away and you'll be able to talk to the Sith because you're more aligned with them, as opposed to the Republic. The Republic is the default, you're supposed to be the white guy. Yep, I'm not racist. The light side guy, so the good guy, so the Republic guy is gonna stay because you're helping the Republic right now, right? You're destroying Malak because he threatens the Republic. Obviously you're gonna talk with the Republic. Even though he has joined your group, Julie remains a somewhat mysterious character. Maybe you should speak to him about why he chose to come with you. Or, you know, maybe not. Speak to Julie? Don't speak to him. Don't speak to him. You decide to ignore Julie and continue on with your quest for now, though it might be a good idea to speak with him later. It is a good idea to speak with him at any point, really, as you should know, because it's characters that you want. That's what you want to do: interact with them and have them react to what you're doing. So, of course, play the game. Does this guy say anything?
Now I've got to get this KotOR loaded up before my shift is over.
Yeah, apparently, what you gotta do is moonwalk and pretend to work instead of actually working, right? So that's a dead end, even though there's a piece of map here depicting another hangar bay, but that's fine. I mean, you know, illusion of greater place. So this is gonna be a kiosk here. I don't know what he's selling up. That's mine. Don't worry, it's not yours. Good thing I'm not having the pop-up. That would have been silly. Maybe it's in the recording. Greetings, human, and welcome to Ahto City Visitors Provisional Stand. We are here to provide the visitors with all manners of indigenous treats and products produced right here on Manan. It is Ahto, after all. We carry all manner of foods and provisions and have contacts with resellers across the world to provide you, the customer, with the best shopping experience possible. How is it that the Ahto City Provisional Company can help you today? This is the speech that we've heard in the first, not so much graveyard, tomb or structure where the Starforge map was held, used by the droid, the Guardian droid translator. And it is pretty unique, I'm gonna give it that. I think you would agree. Provisional best experience. Actually, the best selling experience is on the space station on Yavin that we've just left, and it has its own story as well. So, again, play the game and explore it, because you're gonna have events there, and they're pretty alright. Again, it was DLC. Console peasants had to pay extra for that. Tell me about Ahto City. Don't tell me about Manan. Not really. Let me see your inventory. Nothing for now. We would technically want to try to get information about where we can find any ancient relics and artifacts. We can go into these lines just to probe. Of course, the Ahto City Visitors Provisional Stand is here to service you, the customer. To see, you know, to start it, right? We've landed here. We need a place to start instead of, oh yeah, it's on Manan, and it just so happens to be right next to the greatest center of civilization on the planet for the Outlanders, for the non-fish people from non-aquatic species. Of course, it's right here. We landed here as well because we didn't have a vision about it. Right, we didn't have a vision about. Oh right, we didn't have a vision about it because Bastila's not here. That's why. Otherwise, we would have had a vision about it. So at least that would have clued us in. But we didn't this time, and we decided to land here because where else would we land? I don't know if spaceships in Star Wars are actually capable of diving, or is it actually, like, you know, reasonable where it's sealed from the pressure on the inside, leaving to the outside, to the cold dead space outside, rather than to keeping it on the keeping the pressure of water outside and not letting it get on the inside. Yeah. So the spaceship can still be crushed by the water pressure, but it's not going to be exploded in space. This is a different engineering task. So he's got a bunch of things. I was thinking about buying some of. Well, I wasn't really thinking. We don't need really anything from here, but I can buy a bunch of this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About that, and about 10 computer spikes as well. Because why not? And we'll be fixing things. I hope actually, because the mod didn't provide any opportunity to do that, to hack terminals, to repair items and have them wander around and follow us. Alright, we were supposed to talk about... How is it that Ahto City, of course. Tell me about Manan. Tell me about Manan. Manan is the home world of the Selkath. It is here that our race has lived and thrived for uncounted millennia. With our valuable supply of KotOR, we have become an important player in intragalactic politics. We have taken a neutral stance in the current galactic war between the Sith and the Republic, as we believe that violence is not a permanent solution. Is there another way in which I can assist you? Clearly not, so he has nothing to tell us about any antics or weird things going on. Rest assured that as long as Manan is here, the Ahto City Provisional Company will be here to serve your needs. Good day to you, Sentient. Also notice how he's actually got fish on his stand. Not only these ones, but also these ones. Just regular earth fish. And also lentils probably, but fish, right? On ice possibly as well, because the background is blue. Meaning like water and probably ice. Right. World at large. Beep 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 boop. Oh yeah, the classic droid greeting to the sentients and organics. Nubasa. Nubasa. More like. What is he doing here? Greetings. Forgive me if this seems an odd question, off-world, but might you have any exotic species for sale? Nothing dangerous, mind you. Exotic species? What sort of exotic species? Why would you want to buy animals? No, I don't have anything for you. I don't have time for questions. Actually, I don't have time for questions, but I can just answer that I don't have anything for him. Why would you want to buy animals? That would be the best. Well, how little of a fuck can I give? How little of a fuck can I give? Just ask the question. Why would you want to buy animals? Ah, good question. The Selkath have little exposure to life from other planets, you see, but our government hopes to change that. We are setting up a zoological compound for visitation by the public and are hoping to stock it with non-offensive foreign creatures of all types. The only problem right now is actually procuring the exotic species we need. Selkath import restrictions are quite prohibitive, to say the least. So you want to smuggle them in? That's a good question, especially since he talked about legalis. So you want to smuggle them in? I would not use such a harsh word of world. Let's say that I am interested in engaging in private trade. That is allowed according to our laws. Finding off-worlds that deal in such trade is most difficult, however. I have become quite desperate. Might you have what I seek? No, I don't have anything for you. Well, if you do come across something potentially interesting, please remember me. My name is Nubasa. I hope to see you again. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure if there's actually a quote. Well, it's not popping up that our journal has been updated, but he's definitely here to take all the Giskas off you in a humanitarian way, humane way, instead of you poisoning all of them. So he exists essentially only for you to drop in Giskas and not kill them and not gain alignment, I think. I don't remember if we got alignment from poisoning all of them right there and there. Yes, the classical droid greetings. We have the sliver of a hangar over here, so let's see what's in here since we can possibly open it. Oh, there's also this that leads further in to Ahto City. And that's just... no, that's still open. Oh. Leaving Ahto City security zone. Cameras deactivated. That's weird, but also informative. So there this is. There's like a... oh, it's a Sith docking bay, right? Because there are Sith soldiers.
We've got all the proper KotOR trading permits, so back off.
Why would you tell me that? Do I look like a security for Selkath?
We've got all the proper KotOR trading permits, so back off.
Right, whatever you say. Also, it says leaving secure zone, cameras deactivated. Why would you? Why would it not be that the cameras are in hangar bays anyway? Because there are your hangars, so you still want to maintain security. Is it for plot reasons? Possibly. And also, why would they be deactivated when you enter? What do you mean? Were they following us up until then? And they were active and now they're not following us, so they're deactivated? They should be mounted to walls. They don't need to be deactivated. We're just entering a zone where there are no cameras. Simple as. But I guess they just want to inform you that this is the situation. You're in private right now. They could have done it different, just saying leaving the monitored zone. But maybe they wanted to be sci-fi, as if like camera security droid. Maybe those are the cameras. Maybe, I wouldn't know. It's possible. It's reasonable. I guess we can assume it. I'm struggling with that, you know, because what's not said is something that the also there's a Starforge fucking symbol right here for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, you already told us that before. Like, what's the reasonable? What's the window of reasonable discussion? Private Sith docking bay, security clearance required. What's the reasonable window of reasonable discussion? What can the filmmakers or story writers not mention for us to figure out, and would be reasonable to assume that it is so? Like I talked about the security droids, cameras, and such, because they're not deactivated. They're still flowing and floating, more like, and going on their own path. It's not that there is one that would cling to us just to make sure, right? That would be possible, but maybe, well, that would be possible to do in a world, but instead it's not possible maybe to do in the game. So there's that. Is that reasonable to assume the explanation why they decided to do it like this? Or because that's what they actually want to convey? Or is it that it would have been just simpler to say, this is not monitored anymore and you're entering an unmonitored area, so watch yourself, because the cameras are just mounted to the walls as would reasonable people do? So that would be the docking area now. In more of a Ahto City proper. This is Ahto City East Central. It's again Ahto, so strange. I always thought it's Ahto. Anyway. Central, that's probably where the Republic soldier told us to go, the way. Regardless if we can follow it or not. This guy over here just plays Pazak. He just sits here and plays Pazak. Anytime someone lands, he goes, wanna play Pazak? I mean, he doesn't, because we can just pass him and not talk to him, but give it a quick look. Yeah? What do you want? What do I want? You want to play Pazak, right? Who are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? I travel the galaxy looking for Pazak players to challenge myself. I'm trying to build a deck good enough for the championships. Just have plus minus 1 to 6, 2 cards of each. Are you interested in the game? Not right now. Well, if you feel like it, that's what I'm here for. So yeah, he does play Pazak, but you have to inquire. And you know, again, you wanna earn money, that's a possibility. So, just to close it up for today, I'm pretty sure, unless we're gonna run into a situation individuals. Yeah, there's a checkpoint, there's the security droid with its face-mounted double cannon. What does this say? I can't tell because it's too bright. Selkath Port Official, right. What about you then? Welcome to Manan. While you are here, I trust you will follow all the rules governing the activities of off-worlders. Right, I definitely will, totally. No murders or anything like that. Don't worry, I'll follow the rules. What are the rules exactly? Pathetic laws of pathetic fish don't concern me. We don't need to antagonize him, but we do need to know the laws and the rules. The laws, so we can first of avoid them and know if we don't want to break them. What are the rules exactly? The single most important law on Manan is very simple. KotOR smuggling is punishable by death. That's harsh. If you're carrying any unprotected KotOR, you better have a permit. The other rule is also very simple. Keep the peace. Here on Manan we maintain a careful neutrality and we react very harshly to people who jeopardize our neutral status. What is it? Any confrontations between the Sith and Republic are dealt with swiftly and decisively. Is this understood? So do we count? We're Jedi, a neutral party? We're just force sensitive instead of being a Jedi? Julie is a motherfucker who's not a Jedi. He quit. He's just a Padawan, by the way. I don't know if I have mentioned that. You can learn that if you interact with him. Also, we identify as Sith. Also, we don't have to identify as any. So does that still apply to us? Also, we maintain peace. These are the harsh rules for the off-worlders, and we maintain peace here. Does it mean that only us, the off-worlders, or just Sith and Republic need to adhere to maintaining peace while you, Selkath, can not only attack and murder other people, as in, you know, humans and maybe Rodians only, because Twi'leks aren't people, Twi'leks are slaves, of course, other peoples, but also kill one another, because that wouldn't influence your neutrality, is that right? That's how you phrased it. Are these the rules? Can I break those? I understand, that's it, only two laws, again, also, yeah. And your very special law is that you don't allow murder and theft, as opposed to the rest of the galaxy. They allow that? You're the special ones here? How can you be neutral when the Sith are trying to conquer everything? This is a very good question, and we're not gonna go into it because we don't give a fuck. Obviously, Sith are put in the bad light. I don't know why, but they are, right? So, is this implying that they're not all bad? Like, we could have had this discussion right in front of us at the docking bay, where the Sith doesn't just spit in the face of a Republic soldier and insult him. He could have given us a different point of view when he says, oh, you're sniveling, working for others, something, democracy, giant massive senate, discussions, talks, prolonging the bureaucracy, as opposed to we, the Sith, have decisive, clear rules of the local governments. We've got small governments, powerful government. I don't know, that might be contradictory. Small governments, as if like maybe 3 people as opposed to 300. Strong governments that if they say this is what we're gonna do, that's what's gonna get done. And so it's quick, decisive. It's done right here, right now. The people are elected from the top, from the guy who knows all of it, who's the best, who've shown that he's capable, so he selects people who he trusts, so the rules are swift and decisive, instead of bureaucratic and taking long, and then, you know, all the problems with democracy, of course. By the people, for the people, only the problem is the people are idiots, are retards. Yeah, well, retarded, that's the phrase. So, but then this implies that, of course, Sith are the worst, so why would you want to be neutral? If you're neutral and then Sith win, they'll do all the horrible things to you, just like they've done the horrible things to everyone else that they've conquered. So you don't want to be neutral, you want to secure your future with the force that would treat you right, so you would join the Republic. That doesn't, again, is this a reasonable assumption? Is that the window of reasonable discussion that the Sith actually have any merit? And the Selkath would be treated with respect, even if Sith would win? By the Sith, of course. The funniest is, of course, that's it. Only 2 laws. Don't be foolish, human. Of course we have laws against murder, theft and other crimes, but these laws are hardly different than those of any other planet. Don't steal, don't smuggle KotOR, and don't you fight between one another isn't different than any other world either. Manan's neutrality is closely linked to our KotOR production. That is why I made special mention of the laws regarding smuggling and keeping the peace. Yeah, I think it could have been handled a little bit different, because again, every other planet, it's already fine that you're neutral and you've got both forces needing to interact with one another because both forces are procuring a KotOR. So, but you'll see them bickering and not fighting one another, and then you would be smart and be, oh, there must be laws. Is that reasonable again? Or maybe someone will mention, maybe this guy would have mentioned, we're a neutral planet, we get both sides of the conflict here. And we're keeping neutrality and keeping the peace between everyone. Keep that in mind. And you'd be like, yeah, of course, like everyone else would. And now I'm sure, and now I know. Oh yeah, in fact you're neutral, and this is the reason. So there's that, instead of, oh yeah, and don't smuggle KotOR. Like, I guess it's not like you will personally be able to get your hands on KotOR and smuggle it out to either side, really. Maybe they will come into, like, yeah, what I talked with Jolly, it might connect, so you'll have that knowledge plain in plain text given to you. But maybe it still could have been presented a little bit better than as if it's only 2 laws that exist, and that's really what you need to know about. But then again, you know, there are laws about travel where you can't buy too much alcohol or cigarettes, otherwise it would count as smuggling, or like too large of a quantity for personal use, so it would think like you're trying to steal their economy, like you're buying cheap and selling it expensive over there instead of letting them keep their produce or products around to benefit from, instead of you gaining that ability. So maybe they could have mentioned that. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe the writing is right. It's good. How can you be neutral? I understand. There is a docking fee of 100 credits. You will have to pay this fee each time you dock on Manan, or you will not be permitted into Ahto City. Right, I'm gonna definitely pay. Right, I'm gonna definitely pay. Very well, here's the docking fee. Make it 50 credits and you got a deal. For Persuade, I don't need to pay the docking fee. I won't be paying the fee right now, so they won't let us in through if we decide not to pay. But of course, since we are the Jedi, yeah, I don't need to pay the docking fee. Ah, I see. Yes, you do not need to pay.
The Jedi Council wouldn't approve, but they always were a little stodgy about using the Force on people. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
The gates of Ahto City are now open to you. You may come and go as you please, so long as you do not leave the planet. If you do, you will have to pay the docking fee once more. Right. Fortunately, I don't think we're gonna have any quest, side quest, even a main quest requiring us to leave and then come back to continue. So, fortunately, we're not gonna be trying to trick him or needing to pay after all. It just might be so that after all you might leave and then come back and try to force persuade him, and he says, no, we've already made it so that you can do it for free once, but you've returned, so now you gotta pay again. And that will be enough of an argument for the official, to not be persuaded again, even with force. That would make his stance stronger and will stronger. So there's that. So this is the beautiful city of Ahto, with the music written especially for specifically for it, which is something that Star Wars: The Old Republic cannot say. They don't have an original music piece in their whole fucking catalog. And with that, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully we will see each other in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, interact with this video and every other video on my channel, preferably by watching and sharing it with your friends. Subscribe, and if you don't like the content, it's entirely your fault.